Good morning, everybody. What's going on? It's Coach Bronson here. It is Wednesday morning, and I think I might need to clean this lens off. Hold on one second. Maybe it's just me, but that looks a little better. It was looking kind of fuzzy. All right, let's put this back down here. What's up, everybody? Coach time. I'm a little bit later this morning because I forgot it was Wednesday. I got up this morning, got my coffee, started doing work, and then just happened to look at my calendar and was like, oh, snap, I'm supposed to be doing a live right now. All right. So I got some things to talk about. Got a new program that just launched yesterday, technically, that we'll talk about a little bit. But I want to relay a story. In the caption of this, the title of this talk, depending on where you're watching this. What's up, Sheila? When does the new job start? Questions right off the bat. I have absolutely no idea. So the type of job that I'm working on has a few different levels of steps and hurdles I have to go through to actually start the work. So I've been through a bunch of different levels of those things. There's one last kind of meeting I have to get some information, to get some final lock in on some specifics about the position. And I don't know when that's going to be. I have to wait. They schedule that. Let me know when that's going to be. When I get that in, then I can start the work. So I'm waiting on them to tell me when that last briefing is going to be, and then I can start going. So I don't know. What's up, Mohammed? My 4-year-old child keep going in ketoacidosis. He's on keto diet. He doesn't do well on carbs, so on keto diet. Okay. All right. Yep. Keto is amazing for kids. Dan Claire wants to be in my video. Oh, let's see. Hold on. This is not planned, but let's see if she does it. Hold on. Go live with my mom. She might have hit it by accident. I don't know if she meant to hit it or not. Let's see if she responds. Or if you're just watching. Mom, if you're just watching, then hi. If you meant to send a request, then join the chat and join to talk with everybody. But I feel like you're probably at work. Oh no, you're getting ready to go to your appointment. Here. Hey, what's up? Okay. We're going to talk about bowling. This is what I was talking about. In the title, the caption of the year, you're going to see it says something about bowling in your health journey. Okay. I was looking at my stats for this current season of bowling. In case you all didn't know, I am a bowler. I've been bowling in a league for about 3 years. I'm actually a long-term bowler who took like 30 years off. I actually started bowling in high school. A friend of mine taught me how to bowl. I ended up working at a bowling alley before I graduated high school, before I joined the Army. And it was pretty good. I mean, I loved it. I bowled every day for a good portion of my high school time. And joined the Army, ended up getting married, having kids, all that kind of stuff. Started a career. Like the process of life happened as you grow up, you leave high school, and stopped bowling. Just stopped. You know, I'd go every once in a while. Always kind of had it in the back of my head that I was a good bowler. I thought of myself as kind of a bowler. We always go back to identity, right? We always go back to identity. After 2019, after the tumultuous time that was 2019 through 2021, between the divorce, between losing the gym, between COVID lockdowns, all the stuff that happened in that 3-year span, I decided to pick up bowling again. I was like, I need something. I need an outlet. I need social interaction. I need a goal. I need something that's kind of giving me a target and something to shoot for and work on and improving it better. That's not what I do all the time for my living, like something apart from fitness, nutrition, self-development, all that other kind of stuff. So what's up, semi-retired Bob? Good morning to you. So I picked up bowling, got back into bowling. So 30 years of no bowling. Got back into bowling about 3 years ago. Walked into the pro shop. I remember I walked into the pro shop. I brought my ball because I had one ball that I had when I was in high school, like 1990, guys. I had this ball since 1990 sitting. It just traveled with me, did everything with me everywhere I went. I brought it into the pro shop. I was like, hey, man, I got this ball. What do I do? I started bowling a little bit. I was like, it doesn't fit right. What do I do? I need to get it re-drilled or plugged or refit. And he's like, just throw it away. He's like, there's a pile of used balls. You can put it in there. If anybody buys it, that's great. If not, we'll just throw it away. So I was like, okay, I guess it's time for some new balls. So I now have like 9 bowling balls, right? Yeah, like 9 or 10 bowling balls. So there's a shift. But it's been really cool to go through the process again of relearning how to bowl, understanding now things about bowling. I've been taking, I got a coach at one point last year. I got a coach, did a few sessions, learned some things, got some specific, tweaks, things to practice to improve, and I'm getting better. So when I started, and this is the correlation that I want you guys to think about, is Coach Nat and I have a saying that everything is everything. If you can find the way something works in one area, it's pretty darn sure that you can find that the same thing or the same concept applies to things in a different area. So when we talk about health and fitness in our journey, one of the biggest challenges people have is struggling with the identity of who they were and being frustrated because they can't do what they used to do. That's one. Another one is when you're getting started or when you're getting restarted, feeling like it's not happening fast enough. That's 2. Those are 2 very common things that people struggle with. It's a mental game more than it is a physical game. Your body's going to change at whatever rate your body changes at. So we have to get our mind right in setting the expectation for the process and the journey and enjoying the process and the journey more than hoping for, expecting for, and being frustrated because the results aren't happening fast enough. Okay. We have to start enjoying the process. That's one of the correlations that I really like about bowling. Okay. Bowling, I was really good in high school. How many people were really good or may have been active, okay, when you were in high school, when you were younger, before kids, before your career, whatever it may be. And now you're looking at where you are now. You're like, man, I used to do that. I can't do that. I'm frustrated. I'm depressed. I'm sad. And I'm defeated because I'm not where I was. Okay. I was a good bowler. Getting back into bowling after 30 years of not bowling was hard because everything that I thought I knew didn't work the way that I remembered it working. It took me a long time. I spent my first season back, the first year I got back into it, I joined the league, a entry-level league. The name of the league was the Lousy Bowlers League. That was the name of the league. Okay. It was not a league that was competitive. It was literally just get into a habit, get into a routine of showing up and throwing a ball down the lane. That's all it was. It was just to get me back into the mindset of this is what bowling is about, meeting some people in the bowling alley, having that social connection, and then figuring out where exactly am I when it comes to bowling? What do I need to work on? And getting through all of that stuff. So taking that first step of trying to figure out, okay, how do I do this again? And that's the same thing when it comes to fitness and nutrition, particularly fitness. A lot of you have been out of doing anything, or maybe have never done anything, and you're looking to get started, and you're looking at, like, if it were me and I were going into bowling again, and I looked at the PBA, Professional Bowlers Association, and I go out, I'm watching competitions and I'm going to tournaments. I'm looking at these. I'm like, I would never start bowling myself. Because I've been looking at all of these people that are bowling really well, thinking about what I used to be able to do. And that intimidation, that depression, that disappointment. What's up, Michael? That disappointment with not being able to do what I used to be able to do would just, well, I'm never going to be able to do that. So why even try? Or I could look at what I used to be able to do. I could look at setting some goals and thinking, if I take a small bite and look at the bowling alley of the people that are here, this is the thing. Don't look at the people at the top. right? Looking at people in the NFL and then saying, well, people in NFL are really good. I'm not going to go play football with my kids in the backyard. That doesn't make sense. The same thing with your fitness. Looking at athletes, looking at people doing the CrossFit games, looking at people that are professional bodybuilders or weightlifters or powerlifters, looking at these people, or even Instagram models, fitness pros on Instagram. Those aren't normal people. Find some normal people. This is a way to reconnect with the reality of what you can expect and what this journey is all about. Find normal people and hang out with them. Do the things that they're doing. So that's one of the reasons I love bowling. I can go to a local bowling center, just like you can go to a local gym, or you can find a group online that's got normal people in it who are just having a good time, enjoying the process, enjoying the community, and enjoying the activity in and of itself. Okay. You can enjoy exercise. You can enjoy it more if you're doing it with a group of people. If you're doing it with the expectation that it's about the journey, it's not about the result. Okay. I enjoy bowling because I enjoy bowling. I really enjoy bowling when I know that it's challenging me and I can get better. But I'm not stressed about getting better. I'm just enjoying bowling. That mindset will make all the difference. If you can bring that mindset into your fitness journey, you're going to change the game, guys. You're going to absolutely change the game. Okay. I have a goal. Just like you can have a goal with your fitness, I have a goal with my bowling. When I bowled back in 1990, when I was in high school, okay, I graduated in 90. A 200 average bowler was considered a scratch bowler. Okay, you didn't get a handicap. That was it. Okay. Now with technology, the way lanes have changed, the way balls have changed, a lot of stuff has changed. It's a little easier now to be a 200 pin scratch, 200 pin bowler. So what's up, Charles? So I think now most people consider 220. I think most leagues, if you have a 220 average, you don't get a handicap. Okay. So that's considered scratch bowler at this point. 30 years later, that's to be expected, right? Technology, things get better. It's easier to get 200s. So when I started 3 years ago, getting back into it, I was averaging like a 175. I think I ended the first season I ended in the Lousy Bowlers League at a 177 average going into my second season back. Okay. Last season ended, I had a 183, 185 average. So I added 10 pins. That's pretty good. That's a good improvement. Second season, I got a coach, worked on a couple of things, got my balls re-drilled. One of the issues I was having is I got a bunch of balls and I had them drilled at different locations. So I got a couple of balls from one pro shop. I got a couple of balls from another pro shop, and each pro shop drilled them. They didn't measure me the same. So I had some balls that were drilled differently than other balls, which means they left my hand differently. I had to hold them differently. One ball was giving me a blister on my thumb. Like there's a lot of things to work out on the technical side of the game, with the equipment side of the game, making sure all the equipment was actually set right for me. So that was a learning experience. How do these balls need to actually be drilled so that that they work with my hand and how I release the ball, things like that. There's a lot of aspects. The same thing goes for fitness, guys. You have to go through the same process. There's a process of improvement where there's going to be some things that change. You may get started as a beginner and you're really just getting your head wrapped around what is it like to show up every day and do work? What are the things that I can do? What are the things that I can't do? What are the limitations that I have? How do I get my brain wrapped around doing this movement? Teaching your brain. There's a lot of brain work, central nervous system work, balance and coordination, learning how to do exercises and understanding what it means to pull your shoulders down, understanding what it means to rotate your hips. There's a learning curve there. Once you get through that learning curve, then you can get to the next thing. Okay, how do I actually execute this full movement? Keeping the things that I learned previously in play. There is a level and layer of things, okay? A level and layer of things, layers of things that you need to learn on top of each other. You don't go from nothing to learning how to squat with weight. You don't go from nothing to learning how to do a push press, or nothing to learning how to do a thruster or a clean or a snatch or any of that kind of stuff, right? You got to build on layers upon layers upon layers, get you to where you want to go. Okay. So understanding that process and thinking about, okay, what layer am I in right now? What am I learning right now that once I get this, I can then add the next layer to it. So if you think about it in layers as a process, that helps set that expectation. I'm on a layer. I'm at a level now. What's the next one that's coming? Okay. So this year, I'm currently in the third season. What's up, John? What's going on? Rita, I'll get to your question in a second. I'm currently in the third season of getting back into bowling after 30 years off. And my average as of right now, we just crossed a little over halfway mark in our current league. And my current league average is 193. Okay. League average is different than my practice average. My practice average is like 210. When I go out and practice and I'm just bowling on my own, it's different. League lanes are different than general lanes. You need to go different places, things like that. So there's a bunch of things differently. Like when I go on my own, I'm consistently getting over 200. Right now, I am consistently getting over 200 in my league, but because my average is low, I've got to bring it up. So for instance, my last league night, I got a 200 game, a 230 game, and a 240 game. So that's great. If I can keep that up, eventually my average will get over that 200. So I'm at a point now where I'm just maintaining, right? Just maintaining, keep going. I've learned some stuff. I just need to now get better at practicing and being consistent. Okay. The last 3 years have been getting back into a habit, getting back into understanding what the technique requirements are for bowling. What do I need to be doing? Okay. What does my timing look like? When do I release the ball? How close to the line do I need to get? Where do I need to stand? Working through all the technical things. How do I read the lane so that when the lane changes, the oil pattern on the lane changes, I can make adjustments so that I'm hitting the pocket where I need to hit. Okay, there's a lot of technical things that go into that. And then now I'm at the point where I've gotten a good portion, a lot of that information now, the technical stuff. Now I'm in the layer of consistent application of what I know. Can I make my body do what I want it to do every single time the way that it needs to do it? So that's where I'm at now. My consistency is what's gotten me the 10 pins for this year. So I went from 83, 85 to 93, 95. I'm at 193, 183 to 193 right now because I've been consistent. I haven't implemented anything new this season as much. This season has been more about just being consistent and doing the same thing every single time I get up there to throw the ball. Okay. And it's very much the same for your fitness journey. Get up and do the same thing. Get up and do the same thing again and again and again and again, and you're going to get better 110%. Okay. So there's a little corollary. That's Coach Bronson's journey with bowling and how it can help you on your fitness journey. Okay. Rita asked a question. Rita on YouTube said, what is the best way to get back into a workout routine? I've been ill for a bit and want to do it best so I don't quit. Well, the first thing, like we just talked about, is to set the expectation that it doesn't take a lot. Okay. The habit is more important than the what. I would rather you show up every day, set some time, 15 minutes a day to do some stretching, than worry about, oh my gosh, I have to join a gym, go to the gym, buy equipment, do whatever. Like, start the habit, build the habit. What you do inside that time is going to change as long as you consistently show up for that time. So if you say, I'm going to start my morning every morning with 15 to 30 minutes of physical activity, don't care what it, don't even need to define it. I'm going to do something. That's my goal. That's number one. I'm going to get a foam roller and I'm going to roll out. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to do some squats. I'm going to touch my toes, whatever it may be. Okay, that is step number one. Set a time and show up for yourself. Number one. Okay. Number two, join my new beginners program. Okay. I just released a new program. It is for beginners. It is for people who may have had 30 years off like I did with bowling, who may not have ever done any kind of fitness. Okay. It is a monthly membership. You get a program that you can do. There's no app required. You don't have to download any apps. You get an email with all the information. There's some videos on YouTube you can watch that explain how to do everything. It is designed for you to start at the beginning level. Okay. There's nothing, you don't have to get on the floor. You can do it from a chair. You can do it standing up. Okay. There's no equipment needed. You use a wall. You can use a chair. You can use a bench, a bed, a couch, whatever you need to do. There's nothing complicated. It is the easiest, simplest beginner level program that you will find, period. Okay. Here's the thing about it, and this is what makes it awesome. Other programs, even my other programs, right? My intermediate program, my functional program, my challenges, even the workout. If you join my Facebook group or if you are online and you get my free workouts, okay, even those are based on current standards. They're based on general standards of fitness. There's an expectation of being able to perform basic things. Okay. And then if you can't perform those things, then we modify or scale the movements to make them simpler, easier, less complex, or less intense. So we find a spot that works for you. Okay. So we start here and then we work down in the simplicity, complexity, till we find where your current level of ability is at. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That works great. It's what a lot of systems are built on. Here's the thing. For someone like you who may be starting at home, you don't have a coach, you're not sure, you don't even know what these movements are. Okay. How do you even figure out what's what? You can ask, and a lot of people do. That's one of the cool things about my programs is any of my programs, if you have questions, you can ask. Okay. But that still can be really intimidating for someone who's just getting started, beginner. Okay. So here's how this program is different from the other programs. This program, we start at the lowest level of ability I could possibly think of. Okay. I started at what is the use case for someone who may be 100 pounds overweight, 200 pounds overweight? What is the use case for someone who may be not necessarily very obese and overweight, but limited in their movement or weak because they haven't been doing anything? They may not be overweight, but it's hard for them to get up and down off the floor. They don't have any equipment. They don't have anything to do exercise with. They don't even know how to use a dumbbell or a kettlebell. Okay. What does that situation or scenario look like for somebody who is literally starting from zero and wants to improve their fitness? Okay. That's what this is for. And instead of starting here and working down, we're going to start you here. Some of you may get into this program and look at some of the things I have in there that I want you to do and be like, I can do that. That's easy. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Guess what? Now you can go the other way. Now you can start by progressing and increasing what you're doing in the program. Okay. So the program is starting you here with options for adding and progressing if you're able to and when you're able to. So if you start and you're doing squats in a chair and you're like, you know what, I can do squats. I can sit down in a chair, no problem. What's something else that I can add to make it more challenging? Then we have that for you in there. Okay, but I'm not going to start you with squats with a kettlebell or a dumbbell doing air squats or goblet squats or something like that if squatting from a chair is going to be difficult for you. So we're starting you in the chair and then you can work up. Okay. So with the beginner program, which you can go to now, okay, go to my website, ultimateketogenicfitness.com, and click on the link at the top, big yellow button that says new beginner program. Okay. We're starting you here and giving you a path to get better. The expectation of the program is that you are going to improve and add to what you're doing. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. Quality of life improvement. Improve your physical ability, improve your life. That's what it's all about. Okay. So Rita, I hope that answers your question. Number one, set the expectation that it's going to take time. Okay. Doesn't happen overnight. All right. Doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be difficult. Just set the habit. Show up every day for yourself. That's number one. Number two, join the program. The beginner program just came out yesterday. You can get the email. It's only $14 a month, $15 a month. Okay. The monthly fee, the monthly cost there is for you to be part of the community. because that's where you get the support. That's where you get what I talked about with the bowling, where you see other people doing it, where you see normal people like you going through the same process you're going through. You can encourage each other. You can ask questions. You can vent. I'm having struggles today. I need some support. All of that stuff is there. That's what the group is for. I'm in the group. Other people just like you are in the group, and we're all trying to get better using nutrition and fitness to improve our quality of life. All right. I really hope you guys hop in, check out the membership. Again, ultimateketogenicfitness.com. Click on the big yellow button at the top that says new membership, new beginner program. And we'll see you guys in the group, right? Thanks for joining from a coffee, even though I didn't drink much coffee because I was talking the whole time. But I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Bye, guys.